Hi, I'm Emma Birch. Welcome to Two Cares for Pets. I am here with Dr. Zink with South Tulsa Veterinarian Hospital. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. These very cute, energetic puppies are here with us today. You want to introduce them?
Yeah, so the little one is Miss Pearl, and then the bigger one is Billie. These guys are Australian cattle dog mixes, and they are available through Tails You Win Rescue.
Goodness, and they're not very, so they were born in October, you told me before, so they're still little puppies, like you said, very energetic, but they have just been the sweetest. Miss Pearl and I have become little besties very quickly on. So today we're talking about, pets can get sick like humans, and with all the stomach bugs going around, let's say your puppy does get the stomach bug, what can you do at home for your little loved ones?
So the thing with dogs as they have issues with, stomach upset, vomiting, diarrhea, that kind of thing, you don't necessarily need to rush to give them anything. And I think that it's important to keep in mind that, sometimes just giving them a little bit of time with nothing on their stomach can be really, really helpful for them. So if you go, sometimes 12 to 24 hours with no food and give that a time to kind of do its thing, sometimes that will correct the issue. Don't neglect water. They still need water, but make sure that you're not letting them gorge on that, because if their stomach's upset, sometimes they'll sort of gorge on that water and then they'll purge it right up. So just be cautious about that. But you don't have to do things like give them Pepto. You can, but it's about as limited in its benefit as it is for people. So, really just some time. And then once you go to feed them again, you can give them something really bland, like boiled chicken, boiled white rice. And that is something that can be really helpful just to kind of ease them back in, something very easily digestible. I also think it's a really important point to mention, because this is mentioned all the time in phone calls and exam rooms, but rarely is a dog ever constipated. If you see your dog outside and they're straining and they're straining and they're not producing any stool, usually that's diarrhea. So it's a phenomenon called tenesmus, and it's because there's not really anything left there, and so they feel like they gotta go. But a lot of people confuse that with constipation and think, oh, my dog's constipated, I need to do something about that. Well, it's actually usually diarrhea, and yeah, something does need to be done, but usually let's give them a little reset, let's see how they do. If it's not resolving, then yes, give us a call or call your vet.
Absolutely. And if they are limping or look like they're in pain, is there any over-the-counter medicine that they can take? What would you suggest with that?
So you have to be really cautious with that. There are some OTC meds that are marketed for dogs, things like, baby aspirin, that kind of thing. And unfortunately, those can be a little tricky because they can be helpful a little bit, but they also can damage their stomach. They can cause issues with clotting. And so you really kind of, same sort of situation. You want to kind of wait it out for a little bit, not a long period of time, but a little bit. And limit their activity. That's going to be a really huge component there. So when they go outside, a lot of dogs will push right through that pain and they'll run and chase the squirrel, and then they really, really hurt themselves further. So if they go outside, make sure they're on a leash, make sure you control their activity, because that's really important. And if it's not resolving, within a few hours to a day or so, then at that point they need to be seen.
Absolutely. And is there any time or place where you shouldn't wait to take your dog to the vet?
Yeah, there certainly are. So, in those types of situations, if you've got a pet that's, that's vomiting and they're throwing up water even, they can't hold anything down, that's a concern. We may have a blockage or something going on. Their gut's completely stopped, and we've got to figure out why. So if we've got a situation where a dog or a cat is just not using a limb at all, that's a big concern. We need to make sure that we're taking the time to investigate that, and we need to get them in to be seen.
Absolutely. Well, that is all the time we have, besides talking about these two little beauties that are up for adoption with the Tails to Win Canine Rescue Dalmatian Assistance of Tulsa. They're on Facebook if you want to contact them. Billie and Pearl, they are just the cutest, and they love attention, and I love giving it to them. So thank you so much, Dr. Zink, for your time.